Have you ever wondered how to play tennis? Welcome, dear friends, to the exhilarating world of tennis, a sport that marries agility with strategy and strength with finesse. Today, we are embarking on a grand journey to explore the ins and outs of this dynamic game. Tennis does more than just engage your body, it invigorates your mind. It's a sport that demands quick thinking and faster reflexes, keeping you on your toes as you anticipate your opponent's next move. And let's not forget the sheer fun of it all. The satisfaction of landing a perfect serve, the thrill of a well-executed volley, the camaraderie built on the court. These are the moments that make tennis a truly rewarding sport. The health benefits are worth noting too. Tennis is a full-body workout that improves cardiovascular health, enhances coordination, and builds muscle strength. It's a sport that keeps you fit while you have fun. By the end of this video, you will have a basic understanding of how to play tennis. To begin with, let's familiarize ourselves with the tennis court and the essential equipment. The tennis court is a rectangular flat surface, 78 feet long from baseline to baseline. The width is 36 feet for doubles matches and 27 feet for singles. A net that stands 3 feet and 6 inches high at the posts and 3 feet high in the center divides the court into two halves. Now let's decipher the markings. The baseline is the line at the end of the court, while the service line, which is 21 feet from the net, creates the service boxes when combined with the center service line. The singles sideline is used for a singles match, and the doubles sideline is used for a doubles match. The area between the service line and the baseline is called the no man's land, typically a spot you want to avoid during play. Next up is the equipment. The tennis racket is your primary tool. Modern rackets are typically made of lightweight, high-strength materials, like graphite and carbon fiber, with a cord of tightly pulled synthetic strings. It's important to choose a racket that feels comfortable and suits your style of play. Then we have the tennis balls. These are hollow rubber balls covered in felt. They come in different types for various court surfaces. And of course, don't forget the importance of appropriate clothing and shoes. Tennis is a fast-paced game, so you'll need lightweight, breathable clothes that allow for easy movement. Tennis shoes provide the right amount of grip on the court surface, helping you move swiftly and preventing injuries. Last but not least, a water bottle. It's essential to stay hydrated during your game. Now that you're familiar with the court and equipment, we can move on to the basic rules of tennis. Now onto the essential part, the rules of the game. Tennis, a game of elegance and strategy, is played on a rectangular court by 2 or 4 players. They hit a small ball over a net positioned at the center of the court. But what makes a match? Well, a tennis match is made up of points, games, and sets. Let's start with the point system. Unlike most sports, tennis has a unique way of counting. The first point one is 15, the second is 30, and the third is 40. If both players reach 40, it's called a deuce. From deuce, a player must win 2 consecutive points to win the game. Now on to serving, the act that kickstarts the action. The server starts from the right side of the court, aiming to hit the ball into the diagonally opposite service box. If the ball doesn't land in this box, it's a fault, and the server gets another chance. However, if they fault again, it's a double fault, and the point goes to the opponent. The basic rule of play is straightforward. Keep the ball in play. The player must return the ball before it bounces twice and within the boundaries of the court. If they fail, the opponent scores a point. A set is won by the first player to win 6 games. But there's a catch. There must be a margin of 2 games over the opponent. If the game score reaches 5-all, play continues until one player leads by 2 games. If the score reaches 6-all, a tie-break game is played to decide the winner of the set. Finally, a standard match is won by winning the best of 3 or 5 sets. It's a test of endurance, skill, and mental fortitude. Knowing the rules is crucial, but to play the game, you'll need to master some basic techniques. Tennis is a beautiful game of precision and power, and understanding these rules is the first step towards mastering it. Now that we've covered the rules, it's time to get moving. Tennis is a sport of movement and precision, where each stroke of the ball can make a world of difference. Let's delve into the 3 primary strokes in tennis: the serve, the forehand, and the backhand. These are the backbone of every player's game, the tools you'll use to score points and outmaneuver your opponent. First up is the serve. This is the stroke that starts every point, and it's your chance to take control right from the outset. To execute a good serve, you need to toss the ball straight up, reaching with your racket at the highest point of the ball's arc. Bend your knees, push off with your legs, and hit the ball with a flat or slightly upward stroke. Aim to hit the ball into the service box diagonally across the net from you. This may seem tricky at first, but with practice, you'll start to feel the rhythm and flow of a good serve. Next, let's talk about the forehand. This is the most common stroke and one you'll use frequently during a match. To perform a good forehand, you need to pivot on your back foot, rotate your hips and shoulders, and swing the racket forward to meet the ball. The key to a good forehand is timing and body rotation. You want to hit the ball at the peak of its bounce and use your body's rotation to generate power and control the direction of the ball. Finally, there's the backhand, which can be a little more challenging for beginners. The backhand is similar to the forehand, but instead of swinging the racket across your body, you'll be swinging it away from your body. This stroke requires a bit more coordination, as you'll be using both hands on the racket. Like the forehand, you want to pivot on your back foot and rotate your body. However, instead of hitting the ball at the peak of its bounce, you'll want to hit it just before or just after the peak. This allows you to use the ball's bounce to generate power rather than fighting against it. As you start to practice these strokes, remember to be patient with yourself. It's normal to make mistakes and miss shots. What matters is that you keep trying, keep practicing, and keep improving. Every tennis player, from the casual weekend warrior to the Grand Slam champion, started where you are right now. They made mistakes, they learned, they improved, and they kept playing. So, get out there and start practicing these basic tennis techniques. Work on your serve, your forehand, and your backhand, and soon you'll start to see improvement in your game. Tennis is a sport of constant learning and growth, and there's always something new to discover, a new skill to master, a new challenge to overcome. Remember, practice makes perfect. Keep working on these techniques. Let's recap what we've learned today. We embarked on an exciting journey into the world of tennis, beginning with an overview of the tennis court and its equipment. We discovered that tennis is a game of precision, played on a rectangular court, divided by a net. The court's dimensions and markings are crucial for scoring and gameplay. We also learned about the necessary equipment. The tennis racket, a crucial companion in every match, has its own specifications and variations. The tennis ball, with its bright neon color, is designed for visibility and bounce, while the player's attire and shoes are designed for comfort and agility. Next, we dove into the rules of the game. We learned that tennis can be played in singles or doubles format, and the objective is to hit the ball so that it lands within the opponent's court in a way that they cannot return it. We discussed the scoring system, a unique aspect of tennis, and how a match is structured into sets and games. We also touched on some common faults and penalties. We then transitioned into mastering basic tennis techniques. We explored the four main strokes: the serve, the forehand, the backhand, and the volley. We learned that the serve is the most important shot in tennis, as it starts every point. The forehand and backhand are the primary ground strokes, and the volley is a crucial shot in net play. Each stroke requires a unique grip, stance, and swing, and mastering them can significantly improve your game. But remember, like any sport, tennis requires practice and dedication. Don't be discouraged if you don't get it right at first. It's a challenging sport, but also immensely rewarding. With every practice, you'll see yourself improving, bit by bit. Tennis is a challenging but rewarding sport. Keep practicing, and you'll see improvement in no time. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you on the tennis court soon.